This is Youanmi, a Western Australian gold mine rich in history and resources. A mine that in the next decade is set to become as legendary as its colourful past. Youanmi, which is situated in the lucrative East Murchison Goldfields region between Mount Magnet and Kalgoorlie, is entrenched in WA mining folklore. US President Herbert Hoover, a successful mining engineer before entering politics, controlled the mine in its first major period of production between 1908 and 1923. He introduced carbon extraction of gold, the forerunner of today's carbon in pulp technology. But Youanmi's heyday was in its second boom mining period between 1936 and 1940, when over 400 miners toiled for gold. A township of over 2,000 people sprang up, with 2 hotels, an Olympic swimming pool, tennis court and newspapers servicing their needs. The outbreak of the Second World War put an end to all that. Miners and townspeople were indoctrinated into the services, and the plant requisitioned by the government for iron and coal mining to aid the war effort. Youanmi became a ghost town. The mine faded from memory. Until the most recent gold boom again gave it a new lease of life. Today, Youanmi is bustling and alive again. The original mine was far from worked out, as projected production of 35,000 ounces of gold annually in the next 10 years testifies. Youanmi is wholly owned by EastMet Limited, a Perth-based company with 2 young mining entrepreneurs, Roderick Smith and Andrew McKee, at its helm. Both were behind the highly successful Great Victoria Gold Limited, a company valued at $700,000 when they assumed control. Today, its value is in excess of $150 million. Their philosophy has been simple: the development of the strongest cash flow the rich gold reserves can produce. The $13.5 million Youanmi mine has been backed by Elders Resource Finance Limited and the ANZ Bank. It heralds a new era in modern gold mining in the West. The 250,000 plus tonne per annum carbon-in-leach plant has permanent staff housing with a floodlit tennis court, indoor cricket centre, below-ground swimming pool and its own tavern. Senior staff live with their families in these modern 3-bedroom houses, while other employees share these 4 6-man cottages, each with its own en-suites and laundry. This oasis in the middle of the desert has enabled EastMet to attract the highest quality staff and maintain a permanent working population. Youanmi Gold Mine, established as a low-cost mine with a projected lifespan of 10 years, on the strength of its outstanding mineral reserves. Open pitable reserves total 1.2 million tonnes, grading 5.2 grams of gold per tonne down to 70 metres. This is a 65% increase on original estimates, after further reserves were found in this area, originally designated for the plant, tailings dam and waste. It included a separate deposit of 200,000 tonnes, grading more than 2 grams of gold per tonne. Already, blocked off reserves, left by old mining operations, are some 270,000 tonnes, grading an extremely high 10.5 grams of gold per tonne. Drilling elsewhere around the site, gold grading 3.5 grams per tonne was discovered over respectable widths. 6 new targets were also recently discovered close to the mine. Sampling indicates economic grades of gold stretch up to 12 kilometres along strike to the north. Substantial underground mining potential has been established and will be the subject of a major drilling program in 1987. All this is in addition to low-grade ore bodies, totalling 410,000 tonnes at 1.5 grams of gold per tonne. The Youanmi gold mine. From yesterday to today, to tomorrow's future in gold.